What's up, everyone? It's Execution 99 here with Omaha X1 Madden Football. It is Season 2 Wildcard weekend. I got Niners, Redskins getting ready to go down here. 11-5. I missed out on the win in the division. Took the wild card.
We are just
I think the
inside
Redskins
the Beltway,
did win their
about
division.
10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Here's Smith now on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
God damn it.
A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw on second down is Smith. And he drops this off to Townsend, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. It's brought in by Jackson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it's cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football.
Go.
You have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I'm glad he has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Garoppolo. The dump down to McKinnon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short.
A lot of lag.
That brings up 4th down.
Good job.
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Good job.
Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon.
Go, go, go!
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I thought I was going to take a sack on
And
that.
defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now McKinnon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
That almost got bad.
That's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, settle down, huh? 15, yeah.
So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. To throw is Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Get that, or
they were trying to get
whichever
it there
one
to
of you
Josh
that was.
Doxson. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Smith now to throw on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Great 15. Check. Let's go, yellow.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Orange.
To throw on 2nd down. Smith got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's Smith on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now the ball comes loose into the Redskins. Have it, they do.
That was a bad idea.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits.
Why am I
not
trying
easily
to
done.
Jimmy
We saw a
Garoppolo?
product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
11.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off to Geis on the screen. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll load him for
You're
his
supposed
set
to be
of
in the flats on
downs.
that.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Smith, over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Regular. Check 50. Let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey. Under 10. Orange.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Screen play, McKinnon.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
And he's
Go,
free
go, go,
going
go,
down
go,
the
go,
left
go, go,
side.
go.
It's a foot race. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A huge play there on the screen pass. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
One, Omaha.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Garoppolo out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
15. Let's go. Go. Let's go. 15.
Now Smith to throw on 2nd down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Smith now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson.
Come on.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll hand it down to Geis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
15. 3 down. Good list. Orange.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, come on.
Looks like.
Anybody coming, watch him. White.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And able to find Garcon. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hurry up! Go ahead. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep
Mine.
outside here. So
Oh,
they took a
fuck.
shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with in-route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hurry up! Hurry up! 12!
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's McKinnon.
Go, 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 go.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Garoppolo on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
I had the opening and lost it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11, 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. Flush to his right. Over the middle to Garcon.
Yes!
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
I mean, let's be honest, I got away with one, but I'll take it.
21, 21. Go ahead.
McKinnon. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I got this.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Goodwin. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin from 8 yards out. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
Time.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Smith. It's hauled in by Doxson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence, and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And he finds a man on the crossing route. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Smith off to Geis on the screen. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Dixon.
No!
Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson in the final minute. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late,
now?
but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And
what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Come on,
they
Jimmy.
Take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
13.
They'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Jimmy
He's
can't
unable to
hit
complete
shit
it there, and just not the
tonight.
game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Where's Calvin Johnson? I need Calvin Johnson.
One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Well, that sucks. Well, that's the end of my season, I guess. I will see you in Season 3. Good luck to everyone in the playoffs. It won't be me. Until next time, this is Execution 99.